In this brief video, we're going to talk about how you can step into the world of day trading responsibly, not blow all your money, and hopefully ease into the process. Guys, my name is R Trades. I am back here with another video. I'm a full-time criminal defense attorney and amateur day trader. I currently trade prop firms, although I have spent a long time trading my own personal brokerage account as well. I have a lot of pain and suffering and lessons that I think can be valuable out there. And of course, I'm building a personal brand here involving trading. Okay, guys, with that being said, before we get into this video, a couple of disclaimers. Trading involves substantial risk of loss, including the loss of your initial capital or any money that you put into the market. By making this video, I am not offering financial advice. I'm not advising that you buy, sell, or otherwise do anything with any securities or derivatives. Trade at your own risk. Also, guys, I am an affiliate of another prop firm called Apex Trader Funding. Again, Apex Trader Funding, I am affiliated. If you want to support me and support this channel and try out Apex Trader Funding, please use code RTRADES. That's RTRADES, all one word, at checkout. Okay, guys, let's say that you're a beginner. Let's say that you're just getting into trading, and I'm going to assume that you're from the United States. If you are from another country, this may be a little bit different, but let's say that you're working age or you're college age, assuming that you just don't have, millions of dollars of disposable income. But even if you did, I think that, you shouldn't just be just wasting your money, even if you did have tons of it. All right. First question is, do I trade futures, stocks, Forex, bonds? What do I trade, or what would I recommend trading? Well, if you're in the United States, there's not that many options to trade spot Forex. There's Forex.com, Oanda. I think you can trade spot Forex on some of the other brokerages, like I think Charles Schwab, you can trade spot Forex. But basically, there's Forex.com and there's Oanda, maybe Interactive Brokers. I personally would not recommend, if you were a beginner, I would not recommend just going right into Forex. The reason for that is that the Forex markets are very, very sensitive to interest rate decisions, and then they also have large spreads. There's going to be, especially if you're in the United States, you can't trade CFDs. There's going to be large spreads, and I don't think you can basically trade Forex by trading futures. So let me change the background a little bit here to the market. So as you can see, you can basically trade Forex by trading futures. So for example, if you trade the 6A, that's Australian dollar, 6B is British pound, 6C is Canadian dollar, 6E is euro, 6J is yen, 6N is New Zealand dollar, 6S is Swiss dollar. And you could, if you wanted to trade cross pairs instead of against the US dollar, you could trade multiple of these futures. So I don't think that trading spot Forex is the way to go if you're in the United States, if you're just starting out. All right, do I recommend trading? What if I don't recommend trading futures? What about trading stocks? So stocks are probably the most single volatile thing that you can trade. So let's say you had $25,000 or more, and you could day trade stocks. That's not something that I would, as an amateur, just recommend going and doing. First off, you're going to have at least $25,000. You're going to have to, you're subject to a lot of gap risk because stocks open and close every day. And you're subject to a lot of risk that comes with just that individual stock, earnings, any news events that comes out. So if you're just starting out trading, I would avoid trading individual stocks. Let's talk about options. Options can be a good option if you are coming into the market and you're looking to trade a very conservative, say covered calls, cash secured puts. I think those can be a good option coming into the market. I don't think that they're the best thing that you can trade coming in as a beginner. But if you're taking it pretty conservatively, I think options are a fine option. All right, what do I think about trading bonds? Again, I think that bonds require some specialized knowledge. So do agriculture futures. So I would stay away from bonds if you're just starting out. Of course, it's just my opinion. What do I think you should be doing if you are just starting out? You're just a beginner, and you want to get trading. What products do I think that you should trade? I think you should try and stick to stock index futures. Um, I think that stock index futures provide the best liquidity, regularity, um, and overall, you don't have to have $25,000 on the day trading rule, and they're not quite as levered. They're not as leveraged as options are. Options are like 100 to 1. Obviously, one option represents 100 shares. So I think options are even more levered than futures. So I think stock index futures. I also trade crude oil, gold, as well as the forex futures. But if I'm just starting out, you're trying to stick to a product just starting out, I would recommend stock index futures. All right, now the next question is, all right, if I'm just starting out, do I want to trade my own brokerage account, or do I want to use one of these prop firms? And if I'm going to use my own brokerage account, where should I go? And if I'm going to use prop firms, where should I go? So if you're going to trade using your own brokerage account, the brokers that I recommend, they're here on TradingView. So I think that TradeStation's a very good broker to start out with. AMP Futures is a very good broker to start out with. Um, I also think the same thing with Ninja Trader and Edge Clear are also good options to start with. I personally trade with TradeStation. TradeStation's been around since like 1999. So I think that TradeStation's a good broker to use. AMP can get you some very cheap futures as well. So if you want to use AMP, I think AMP is a good option. Um, if you are, do I recommend starting out with your own brokerage account? I'm going to be honest, no. Futures cost a lot of money, and if you have not really mastered trading yet, like even I've been trading for years, and I wouldn't say that by any means I've mastered trading. I've still got a lot of work to do. I think you should go for a prop firm option. What is a If you're going to trade your own brokerage account, make sure that you have enough money. Trade the micros and trade with a reputable U.S. regulated broker. That's my advice there. I think TradeStation's a good broker. I'm not affiliated, but I think it's a good broker, and that's the one that I use. If you're going to trade using a prop firm, I think that's your best option. I would stick to some of the bigger prop firms. So, for example, right now I'm trading a Tops. Again, I'm not affiliated with TopStep. I used to be, but then they got rid of all of their small time affiliates. Um, I would I would go with a prop firm. A prop firm gives you a simulated account that you can potentially make money off of. It's a monthly subscription, or you can buy a straight to funded. It's going to be a cheaper option than trading with your own brokerage account. So if I'm just starting out, what products would I trade? I trade stock index futures. Although I guess options is another fine option, but I would, if I'm in the United States, I probably wouldn't try and trade spot forex. I just wouldn't. Um, so I'd trade stock index futures, and I'd trade using a prop firm, at least until you have enough money and enough experience, enough confidence in your trading that you want to trade your own personal brokerage account. I would stick strictly with a prop firm. If I'm going to trade a prop firm, I want to trade a prop firm that has been around for a while. So I think that some of the more reputable prop firms, some of you are going to disagree with this. I think you're going to get your payouts with TopStep. So I don't think that you're getting scammed with TopStep by any stretch of the imagination. TopStep also has TopStep TV Live. So I like watching. It's basically a live news squawk. So if you ever like want a free kind of live squawk for news, TopStep TV is a good option for that. TopStep is 100. I trade the largest account. It's $150 a month, and then you have a $150 activation fee if you pass and get to the express funded. So it's kind of a middle of the road in terms of pricing. It's not terrible. It's kind of middle of the road. Another prop firm that I am affiliated with is Apex Trader Funding. I'm currently trading with TopStep, but I've also used Apex Trader Funding. Apex Trader Funding, the I think it's 80 or $90 with the coupon code for the 300K account. It's $297. Then you get 80% off with the coupon code. So Apex Trader Funding is another option that you can use. I'd go with I'd stick with the big ones. So I'd stick with the Top Step. I'd stick with Apex. Tradeify is another good option. I've recently blown a couple of challenges with Tradeify. I do think that Tradeify has some. I think that they really need to do better with this whole 20% consistency rule. That's really tight. That's really a lot. I think they can do better with a 20% consistency rule. And then the pricing is a little bit high, I think, for the straight to funded. Um, but that's, with a coupon, you can bring it down to just over 400. So I think Tradeify is another good option. There's many prop firms out there, but I'd stick with the largest ones: FTMO, Top Step, Apex. Tradeify is kind of new, so you might be taking a risk with Tradeify, but I like them. I think the consistency rule needs to come up on Tradeify from 20% to 35%, or no consistency rule at all. I think it's really, I don't like consistency rules. I think that they're to the advantage of the company, not to the trader. But I think that 20%, that's really restrictive. So I don't like that 20%. I'd bring it up to 35 at least. Top Step does not have a consistency rule as of right now on the Express funded account. So with that being said, if you're just starting out, what do I recommend? I recommend trading stock index futures using a prop firm like Top Step, Apex, Tradeify. Top One Futures is another new one that's an option. There's many out there. FTMO. I don't recommend my funded futures, and I think y'all can figure that out for why. It's because of that company's CEO. All right. So now let's get into the nitty gritty. So we're trading on a prop firm. We're trading using a Top Step, Apex, Tradeify, FTMO. We're on it, and we're trading stock index futures. Do I trade the full size or do I trade the micros? You definitely need to be trading the micros, especially with the market being so volatile, moving 4 to 7% a day. You need to be on the micros, guys. You absolutely need to be on the micros, and this is the way that you can learn and protect your capital. You need to be on the micros. So notice I don't have any full-sized anything except the Forex futures. Totally, you need to be on the micros, and you can pass these challenges. You can pass the combines. You can make payouts on the micros, and that's where you need to be. So, in conclusion, guys, you're just starting out. Stock index futures on a prop firm, trading micros. This is how you can get into futures and get into trading. It's not terribly expensive, and you have a decent chance of learning and eventually making a profit. That is my recommendation, guys, for beginners getting into trading. This is all just my opinion. Guys, if you like this content, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on X, and use coupon code RTRADES, all one word, RTRADES, in the coupon section on Apex Trader Funding, where that coupon code is. If you enter that, I earn a small commission. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.